So, guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 350. I hope you guys are doing fabulously well and are doing better than yesterday. But what I want to talk about today is why impacting your mind will influence and really impact all other areas of your life. Now, I believe that our mind is the key to all our problems. Having control over your mind will benefit your body, will benefit you spiritually, and really is the solution to all our pain. Now, what I had experienced this morning only reinforced my belief deeper. And what is that? I went to the gym this morning, like always, but I did something different. I started a new workout cycle because my old cycle was due, and I went lower on weights and went more on reps. And by doing so, I expect myself to increase my weights on this cycle based on this cycle previously because it has been 2 months now. So it is a good guess and logical thing to expect yourself to improve over 2 months of training. So that is what I had in mind. But however, lately I had noticed that I had become more fatigued. My reps are being dropped, my weights are declining, and most importantly, my form was breaking down. Now, naturally, I am not due for a deload. I am not overly trained because I have not been training for that consistent yet as I had taken the deload 2 months before. So it is not expected for me to take a deload, nor is it expected for me to see regression on my progress because I have data behind this and is analytical, so I know exactly what to expect. But today was different. Today, I felt weak. Although I was trying my hardest, like I was really mentally exerting all my energy, but yet on paper, not only did my weights drop, but also my fatigue was occurring much quicker than how I normally would have expected. I was feeling fatigued and tired on my second set on all exercises, and I was just feeling burnt out. So this may be a sign of overtraining. This may be a sign of poor sleep. This may be a sign of a change in my diet. But whatever the case is, what I can say is that because lately I have not cultivated this great energy for my mind because I have not been in this pleasant and purposeful space, because my mindset has shifted, my body reacted because of it. So you see, I do believe that my regression today from lifting weights, from physical exertion, was a reflection of my mindset. Of my mindset slowly declining, whether my mind is filled with negative emotions or just negative energy frequencies, whatever the case may be, I was trying my hardest. I was pushing my hardest, but my mind has limited the amount of energy I can exert simply because I have mentally drained myself. I have built up and accumulated this excess mental fatigue. So really, I couldn't really try and push harder, even though I really wanted to, and even though I really tried to push hard on my workouts. Now, why is this important? Well, you see, a lot of us feel like we are not doing good at work, we are not doing good at our studies, we are not doing good in life in general, simply because we are lazy or we are procrastinating or whatever the case may be, that we feel like the problem isn't because of our mind, but simply because of these skill sets that are so or sounds like genetic dispositions. But the thing is, everything can be changed by our mind. We can recreate feelings, we can recreate emotional memories, and most importantly, we can break our genetics by thought alone. By repetitive thought and changing our energy and radiating at a different frequency, we can allow ourselves to break free from our old patterns of living. So, the reason why I was not able to push harder today at the gym was because I have mentally drained myself. I have been in this battle with my inner self for the past few weeks simply because I have lost meaning. Not exactly that I forgot my meaning, but because I have not acted on my meaning. Therefore, it didn't make sense for me to believe myself, even though I was thinking positively, even though I was talking good to myself. And when you don't do anything, but you do the exact opposite of what you believe, then it's really hard to believe yourself, right? So I have been in this constant battle with my inner self, and because of so, I had issues to push hard at anything in life in all other areas of my life. My gym performance went down, my sleep was horrible, and I was just feeling just unclear. I was just feeling so foggy in my mind, and all my urges were coming back. All my bad behaviors, right? My old self I'm trying to eliminate was slowly creeping back into my present reality. Now, if it wasn't for me to make the choice to let go of my past a few days ago and really pick up my life from this point onwards, then who knows how far and deep I would have fallen further. But I am really grateful to really pick up myself and forget about tomorrow or forget about next week, right? To really understand that if I want to get better, then I have to just stop all this positive thinking, stop all this positive visualization. Not saying it does not work, but sometimes we use that as a way to overcompensate for our lack of action. We feel like if we just positive visualize of our future for like 10 minutes a day, then that'll be enough when we can just go out and watch movies and get drunk for the rest of the day being. Not exactly how it works. But after realizing that I am responsible for my decisions that I make today and that tomorrow won't get better, when you understand that, just when you understand that tomorrow will not be different than today, then you'll make change somewhat appealing because you are no longer waiting for this uncertain motivation to hit you in this uncertain and unpredictable future, because the chances are if you're not doing anything today, you can't expect tomorrow will be any different, right? No miracle will fall on your lap, and even though if a miracle does fall on your lap, you will be incompetent, or you won't have that much courage in yourself to pick yourself back up and take advantage of that opportunity. So when you forego the future and when you forego your past and really embrace the present moment and feel yourself with positive energy, then change will be easier. I'm not saying that change will just come automatically. You certainly do require some effort, but it is almost logical for you then to do the change, to do something different, because you are faced with your current self. You are no longer held back by your old limitations, nor are you waiting for this future of motivation to hit you. You are here today facing your reality, and all you can do and should do is try something different. Try something different and break yourself free from your old programming. And that is exactly what I had done 2 days ago. And currently, I'm feeling great, right? Although I am not positive visualizing or positive self talking my ass to success, I am just using my time to do something. And that at the end of the day is stronger than anything you can do. Yes, remind yourself when you have the urge. Yes, remind yourself when your old identity starts creeping back into you. Yes, remind yourself when you know you are getting distracted. But just understand this point. You won't be distracted in the first place if you are doing something. You won't be thinking about your old life if you are doing something productive in the moment. See, the times when we start thinking back into our old self is when we have time to think. So stop yourself from thinking, and there you go. You solve your problem. And that is literally what I have been doing and what I had done before to keep myself focused, disciplined, and strong willed. Is to fill my time every single day with something important, something different that is going to put me one step in front of the other of my journey of growth. But with all that said, this is really all I got to talk about today, guys. A quick little blunder of my day, but really it is crucially important that we recognize that our body's response to the world is merely a reflection of our internal state. And when we are not present in our internal state, then our body, is not going to act coherently to how our mind intends it to, simply because we don't have harmony with our body and mind. So we need to find that sweet spot where we are coherent both with body and mind. And that starts with controlling your mind, not controlling your body. Because when you control your body, you're essentially just controlling your urges, controlling temptations. You're trying to stop the flood from breaking the dam. But when you control your mind, you're legit getting rid of the ocean, right? There will be no ocean, therefore you don't have to build a dam, but rather you're looking beyond what is on the other side. And that is wonderful. But that is all I have to say, and I do hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.